Hello everyone! I'm Anita. Welcome to my channel, where we review everything and see if we see things equally. Please help me grow this channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Hope you have lots of fun.
Okay, so the last episode basically was the wedding episode. And I guessed that Stacy would not marry Izzy. I don't know if you did, but it didn't surprise me that Stacy did not marry Izzy because Stacy is all about worldly things, you know. She likes the better things in life. She likes, you know, good wine, good food, good drink. I mean, you know, she likes all things good. Then we have Lydia and Milton, and they got married. They got married. And I thought, you know, her mother came in with that little short. Did you see her mother come in there with that little short romper or whatever that was she had on? The first I thought it was a skirt, and who knows, it might have been a skirt, but I hope it was a romper, okay? Because she's a woman of a particular age. She got to be like up in her 50s, early 60s, okay? And that was a short whatever it was. All the thigh meat was showing, okay? And especially if you know you're on a show like this, you know. So anyway, YOLO. Lydia gets a lot of her actions and things from her mother, you can tell. And she talked to her friends and said that, you know, I just wanted somebody who gets me, you know. And it seems as though she found that in Milton. You know, I think that after so many failed attempts at love, you know, she's willing to take a chance with someone younger. And so there's Milton. Now, Milton's family was, you know, his dad really was funny to me because he was like, you ready for this? And Milton was like, yeah, I'm okay. You know, I think I'm okay. And his dad was like, okay, well, basically, it's not a walk in the park. Okay. And right now, you know, everything's new, but everything new eventually gets dust on it, you know, pretty much, you know. And are you still going to be there for those dusty times? And so you're like, Mom, the dad's looking like, okay, well, we'll see how that turns out, you know. But anyway, wishing them well, hope that everything works out for them. It was a beautiful ceremony, and you know, they kissed a lot. So I'm gonna go straight into the reunion. Okay, there really wasn't much more to say about that episode. Okay, you guys, I don't know what's wrong with Netflix, but let me tell you something. You need to have each person who comes on your show from now on sign a waiver saying that they absolutely must attend. Ooh, I'm so pissed off. They absolutely must attend the reunion show. So here's the reunion, you guys. And of course, we have those two hosting, you know, their own show. They act like they couldn't get somebody else to do the reunion show. Anyway, first you see Stacy and Izzy come out. Stacy looked really cute. She had her whole chest out and giving the whole va va voom of it all because she's a very small chested woman, but she put it out there, you know. And she, you know the whole oiled leg look and everything. Cute pony that she had. Izzy had on nice little, you know how Izzy is a Izzyism. You know, those socks that he wears, Argyle socks that he wears, and the blue suit or whatever it is. And, you know, he looked okay. And then came, of course, Milton and Lydia. And speaking of Vava Voom, Lydia had the Vava Voom black, like velvety dress. And it was a V cut too. I guess V cuts are in, you know. Basically, in a nutshell, Izzy and Stacy had been talking after the show, and it seems like they tried to do something or something like that. Like I said, it's probably just a sexual thing for them, but they are friends with they could be friends with benefits for right now until Stacy gets in a more, you know, concrete relationship, because she's not looking for that with Izzy. Okay. And matter of fact, it seems as though she's sort of helping him, you know, to, you know, how to date. Anyway, you know, so Chris and Johnny, come to find out, you know, even though Chris, you know, protected and spoke up for Johnny and everything at that little shebang that they had, that shindig that Izzy and Stacy threw, and everything like that. It seems like he was like really like it seemed as though, quote unquote, that he was a one woman's man. But Chris, Chris, it seems as though he broke up with Johnny without even having that conversation. Girl, this not working out. I think we should both go our own separate ways. I wish you luck, and I'm going to get going, okay? At least man up and say that much, okay? But it seems like he never had that conversation, and it seems as though there was, you know, he went on to end up living with whoever it is he's with right now, and there was nothing said. And so anyway, he and Johnny had got to a point where, you know, he had apologized and everything like that, and he was still sitting on the couch like talking to her and apologizing and stuff like that. Like they had a lot of back and forth between the two of them. It seemed like they were friendly. Johnny seems to have a man in her life, you know, but prior to her having a man in her life, it seems as though her and Izzy tried to kick it up for a minute. They end up kissing and, you know, trying to talk or whatever, but, you know, I guess it didn't work. You know, they never went into the, you know, more than that, you know. She got to a point where she was sitting in his car and they kissed. So, you know, even though I think that's what really bugs Stacy about Johnny, is that she had a feeling that Izzy liked Johnny. You know, once he saw her, I believe that he already liked her in the pods, but once he saw her, that really solidified the fact that he did like her, okay? Because he wouldn't even have anything to do, you know, like here he is, and he's the main one talking about Johnny this, Johnny that, she's scum, you know, whatever. But anyway, he apologized and said that he should have handled that differently or whatever, because he looked like a scum on TV, I'm sure, watching it back. And so, yeah, but she has a man. Johnny has her own man. Chris has his own woman that he's living with. And then they ask Aaliyah to come out. Aaliyah comes out, girl, chocolate baby, okay? Looking good, girl. Looking like a black queen, okay? And she came out, she was very soft-spoken, but you can tell that she wasn't having it for Lydia. She was not having it for Lydia, okay? You know, if she really wanted to act a fool, she could act a fool with Lydia. But she was just trying to hold it cool, which I'm glad she did, because, you know, they always say, you know, black women are bitter or whatever, you know, like we're more bitter than the others, you know. Why is that? Why are we always the ones that say they're better? White women, Spanish women, Asian women, Indian women, all women. We all get, you know, we all have something to say sometimes. It's just that when black women say something, it's a big deal. So anyway, I'm glad she held herself up and she said her piece. She basically said, Mr. Oochie Coochie didn't show up, but this is what I need you to do, Netflix and Love is Blind. Do not have people on your show unless they sign a waiver or a disclosure saying that they absolutely have to come to the reunion, because we're tired of seeing this, okay? We are tired of seeing this. This is the second season where the person who's the main one that you wanted to see and hear what they had to say for themselves, they're not even there. Jackie from last season, she got to do a video chat with Vanessa, you know, and now Uche Kuche got a chance to just stay home. And that go to show you he ain't about nothing, okay? Because he chose the coward's way out. Aaliyah sits there and, you know, she's very composed, but she keeps looking over at Lydia like, don't try me. Don't try me, okay? Okay? I'm going to sit here and act like a lady, okay? But don't try me, okay? Okay? Because I am like that much close to coming over there at you, okay? Because you still knew, it seems as though, that Uche and Lydia had a conversation. This was way before the program even started. And they had a conversation, and he had mentioned to her about this show, and they both knew of the show. Okay? They both knew of the show. They knew that there was a chance that they both might be there because they spoke of it to each other. Uche, please stay off the scene. Go on about your life. Do not come back on television again because people gonna come for you, okay? Because you couldn't come to the reunion. You couldn't even man up enough to come to the reunion to face Aaliyah and to face Lydia and Milton, because you still asking Milton, hey, I heard you got married. If you want to talk. And Milton's like, what is there to talk about? I'm a married man. I'm married. Okay, what is there to talk about? And see, Milton saw all through that. Now, a person who was less versed would have probably gone along with that and got caught in the middle of everything that Uche was saying. Okay, because he's a ish starter. Okay, like I said, he's a Mitch. He's a Mitch. His name is Mitch. Okay. So anyway, he didn't show up, which made for a very, very boring show, because out of all the relationships and out of all the stuff that went on, okay, it was nice, the Izzy and the, and the Johnny and all of them, but really the troublemaker was Uche. Out of the whole season, it was Uche, and he couldn't even come forward to say his piece or to, just be face to face with these women or the audience, okay? Because we already know where we stood with him, okay? So anyway, so JP and Taylor come out, and Taylor looks beautiful. Girl, she was shining and everything. Now, Taylor, like she still felt a certain way towards JP, because she's just like, I tried, okay? You didn't try, okay? And so, he was like trying to defend himself as little as he could, because he still acted like he couldn't speak. And that would just get on my nerves too, if a person's just sitting there and I'm talking, and I'm trying to get you to open up and you're not opening up. You say a couple words and then you shut back down. So anyway, they get to the point where, they ask JP, hey, do you think that you could have opened up more? He said, yeah, I could have opened up more or something else, something like that. Anyway, it was boring. They later asked, him, if he's seeing anyone, and he said, yeah, he has a regular girlfriend now. And they were like, do you communicate with her? Because I wonder if he really does. So is this person, just a person that's used to pulling information out of people? I don't want to have to pull information out of you every time we have an interaction, okay? It should be a two-way conversation and flow that way, okay? And so that's what Taylor was really pretty much saying. They asked Taylor what she's doing. She said that she's seeing someone. It's not serious, but she's seeing someone, okay? So in other words, she has options and she's seeing someone. I'm trying to think. They had that stupid little, there was really nothing else. And I'm glad they didn't try to stretch this little mess into 2 episodes like a lot of these reunions be doing, okay? Because this was not even worth it. It was one couple that got married out of this whole season. Netflix, do your research next time. Go somewhere else. Go to another town. North Carolina, Vermont, Idaho, Iowa. Go somewhere else. Go outside of those main cities, because usually for some reason, even though it's a main city, main cities are metropolises, okay? And so basically people coming in and out, and people see each other all the time. They crossing paths all the time. So maybe get out of that flow. Netflix, Love is Blind people, producers, please come up with different people, fresh new faces. It'd be great to have new hostesses too. You know, what's wrong with my girl Jessie Woo? Have Jessie Woo come. And so anyway, at the last they end up doing this, you know, this little chalkboard game, you know. It wasn't interesting at all. But anyway, that was my review, and that's season 5 of Love is Blind. Please do better, Netflix, next season. I'm telling you, do better, okay? I hope you all enjoyed this review. This is Nita's Place. Out.